Hello Paridhi.
Hi, ma'am.
Yeah, today let's learn the topic basic geometry. Okay? Yeah. First of all, geometry. Where we use geometry in real life. Okay. So when the mason or an engineer having a plan to construct the building, he needs a geometry. Okay. And a designer needs a geometry. An astronomer, those who want to travel to the space needs a geometry because he need to measure the distance from the earth to the other satellite and the speed, everything. So geometry is a branch of mathematics. It deals with the different terms like point, lines, angles, surfaces, curves, and shapes, etc. Point. Point is nothing but it is a mark of a position. Okay. When we are going to somewhere in GPS, we will try to trace out the map, right? We'll just check for the map in our mobiles. Nowadays, it is common. So it shows the pinpoint to your destination, and also it calculates the distance and it gives in the mobile so that we'll get a clear idea which direction we need to take. So point is nothing but it is a mark of a position. It is denoted with the dot. What is this? Dot.
A dot.
Yeah. Next, line. Line is represented like this. Okay. There are no endpoints for the line. You can go left side also how much you want, and you can extend right side also how much you want. Okay. But we can name this line AB or XY or PQ like this, like that. Okay. And line does not have definite length. Means we cannot measure the length of the line. Since we cannot draw on a paper, so we cannot measure the definite length. And the line can be represented as like this AB in a short form. Two arrows if you have a seen means it is nothing but it's a AB line. Okay. Next, coming to the line segment. Line segment. Line segment has a two endpoints, starting point and ending point. And it has a definite length. Definite length means you can measure. How can you measure? You can measure with a ruler. Our ruler have a millimeters and centimeters. So we can measure the line in millimeters and centimeters by ruler. And even we can represent this line segment on our paper. Okay, it has a two endpoints, starting point and ending point. It has a definite length and it is represented as a AB line segment. On top of it, a line segment like this. Next one is a ray. Ray will be like this, one side arrow and one side a starting point. So there will be only one end point, that is a starting point for the ray. And the other side you can extend how much ever you want. See, sometimes maybe you have seen a direction boards on the road. So like this only it will be represented. So there is no definite length, but they will represent this direction, means this is the way, this left side you need to move. Okay. So one end point it has one end point and no definite length. Since we cannot draw on a paper, so there is no definite length, no particular length. And representation of AB is like this, one side arrow mark and one side point. Is it clear, Paridhi?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, all these are one dimensional. What is one dimensional? One dimensional means we can have only length here. We can measure only length here. Line, line segment and ray are one dimensional geometry. Now I'm going to speak about two dimensional geometry. So that is a plane. Before learning that, you have to understand about the plane. What is a plane? Okay. Plane is a smooth flat surface. Smooth flat surface that extends endlessly in all directions. That extends endlessly in all directions. Like now I kept my laptop on a table. My tabletop is a plane, and our wall surface is a plane. Wall surface is a plane, and also your sheet of paper in the book is a plane. Okay, so plane is nothing but smooth and flat surface. Example for the plane are tabletop, wall surface, sheet of paper, etc. Okay, so this tabletop and wall surface, for example, if you have a scene, my tabletop is like this. And here you will have a legs. Okay, so a tabletop is like this. So here you can measure the length also and the breadth also. Two things you can measure. So this is a two-dimensional geometry. Okay, you can have a length also, breadth also. It's a two-dimensional. Plane is a two-dimensional geometry. Okay. Now let's discuss about angle. Angle. Angle is nothing but you know the ray, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Do the ray has how many endpoints?
It has one endpoint.
Yes. So now two rays. Take two rays, okay, having common endpoint. Okay. So I have taken this is one ray and this is another ray, which both are meeting at here and named it as a O, point O. So these both are having a common endpoint. These two rays are having common endpoint. Let's take it. This is a and this is a B. uh, OA ray and OB ray, they both are meeting at a point O. So we can consider these both are having a common endpoint O. So when the two rays are meeting at a common endpoint, it forms angle. Forms an angle. So we can represent angle like this. Okay, and that point where this angle is formed, that point is called vertex of the angle. That point is called vertex of the angle. So how can we name this angle? We can name this angle as angle AOB. So near the O vertex we marked angle. So that O should be in the middle. Okay, and this is the representation of angle. So if we see here, AB ray is represented like this. AB line segment is represented like this. In the same way, we can represent angle as this is the symbol. Okay, angle AOB. And sometimes we can represent like this also. You can find in your textbooks like this also on top of this. Okay. Now I'm going to give one more figure. You have to name the angle whatever I have asked. For example, Now name this angle. How can you name this angle?
I can YXZ.
Yes, angle YXZ.
YXZ.
And also you can name it as a ZXY. Nothing wrong. Okay, both are same only.
Okay.
So our aim is to write this letter, this vertex should be in the middle. So it is in the middle.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm. How to measure this angle? We can measure this angle by using a special instrument called protractor. So this protractor is having, see, degrees. This angle is measured in degrees. Okay. So total circle from one point you have a started and going to the same point. Circle you know, right? So one point you started and coming back to the same point. I have started drawing here and came back to the same position. So we can make a circle. So this total circle contains 360 degrees. So now we can measure each and every angle with the protractor. So this is the instrument to measure each and every angle. Now let's learn the classification of angles. Classification of angles. First one, acute angle. Okay. Acute angle. An angle whose measure is more than 0 degrees and less than 90 degrees. This is called acute angle. Angle which got, so when just now we discussed that angle can be measured with the protractor, right? When you measure the angle, if you get the angle measurement is in between 0 to 90 degrees, 0 to 90 degrees. So it should be more than 0 degrees and less than 90 degrees. Then we say it as a acute angle. Angle should be more than 0 degrees and less than 90 degrees. Then we call it as a acute angle. Next. So if an angle is exactly 90 degrees, then we call it as a right angle triangle. Always the right angle triangle will be like a right angle is like a L shape. So this is nothing but exactly 90 degrees. An angle which is exactly 90 degrees, it is called as right angle. So it is like a L shape. L shape. Next. Third one, obtuse angle. An angle whose measure is more than 90 degrees and less than 180 degrees. You may get like this. 90 degrees means straight. Less means towards to the left side of this line. So more than means you will exceed 90 degrees. Like more than 90 means 105, 120, 130 degrees. All are obtuse angles. So now an angle is whose measure is more than 90 degrees and less than 180 degrees is called obtuse angle. Next, Exactly 180 degrees means a straight angle. Straight angle. It is exactly 180 degrees, like this straight line. If you want to measure an angle on a straight line, it is 180 degrees. Next, number 5, reflex angle. An angle whose measure is more than 180 degrees and less than 360 degrees, it is called reflex angle. Reflex angle will be like this. So reflex angle is more than 180 degrees and less than 360 degrees. It is called reflex angle. Next one, complete angle. Just now we discussed, in a circle we have a 360 degrees. So 360 degrees means it is called complete angle. An angle, if you want to measure in a complete circle, that is 360 degrees. So this is a complete angle. Next, zero angle. An angle of measure 0 degrees is called zero angle. The arms overlap each other. For example, two rays meet each other at a common point, make an angle. Now this is a ray A and also ray B also falling on A. So then there is no angle is formed here. So then in this cases, we can say this is a zero angle. On the top of a ray A, another ray B also, OB also falling on it, and there is no common point to form an angle. Such a type of cases we can see the zero angle. Okay? Yes, Paridhi. What is acute angle?
Mama, acute angle is that between 0 to 9 degrees,
0 to
0 to 90 degrees,
0 to 90 degrees. Okay.
a number comes that is called acute angle.
What is complete angle?
Mom, complete angle is that it will be 360 degrees.
Yes, 360 degrees. So full circle measures 360 degrees. It is a complete angle. Got it, Paridhi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.